getting off the water, but we're off to the start now for the men's doubles.
Yeah, we have Mikhail and Paveku for Belarus, Dalaz and Relsi for Switzerland, Vasilev and Bozilov make up the entrance for Bulgaria, Kriskonis and Ritter, Lithuania 1, Potapkin and Sorin for Russia, and Chaza and Vishniak for Poland. Two-man crew with 2 oars each. The Swiss were the fastest on the way here, 6:57.1. That's not bad. 6:27.1, excuse me. So we'll see what they can do. They see them lined up at the start. That's Belarus. Zianis Mikhail and Pilip Paveku in front of you. Barnaby Dalaz in the bow seat and Roman Reesley of Switzerland in front of you now. Christian Vasilev and Georgi Bozilov for Bulgaria are in lane 3. A contemplative look from Georgi Bozilov in the stroke seat there. Mindaugas, Kriskonis and Salis Ritter make up the offering for Lithuania 1. They're in lane 4. See the towering figure there of Salis Ritter in at the stroke seat. Andrei Potapkin and Pavel Sorin make up the Russian Federation's offering here. They're in lane 5. Dominik Chaza and Adam Vicenciak make up the Polish offering there in front of you. The size of their stroke, man. Again, we are seeing some great big crews. Relatively young, Vishniak comes in at just 28 years old. The youngest crew there, I think, is the Russians.
So it's a big race for the Lithuanians, the Olympic silver medalists that we see there just behind Croatia. They lost, I think, last week to the Italians on the Saturday in the Piedluca regatta. So it's important for them to establish their form in this contest.
I mean, Mindaugas Kriskonis has been around for a few years now. He's certainly got the experience. But let's see how that shapes up in the men's double sculls. Start's been given and we're away cleanly from the blocks. We'll see who starts to show best, I think, from the start.
2 of these crews qualified directly from winning their heats. There we are riding with the Belarusian crew. It's Nas Bihal and Filip Pavuku. But the crews in the middle, Kriskonis and Ritter from Lithuania and Vasilev and Bozilov from Bulgaria, they won their heats, so they are the favourites. There's the Swiss double looked after by their British coach, Robin Dow, the sculling coach formerly of Sir William Borlase School. And those 2 Swiss out from the Swiss quad last year that finished 7th in Rio, won the small final. And such a real talented crew. They really wanted Sam to just get away from the quad, do small boats and something different. And of course we've got third man from that quad, Nico Stahlberg, to come in the men's singles final. That's later on. In
terms of something different, though, conspicuous by their absence, the Sinkovic brothers obviously opening doors for everyone else here.
Yeah, the Sinkovic brothers have said they're going to do the pair this year, and Valant Sinkovic, well, he's back from injury, been out for 5 months since Rio. They won that title in the double sculls in Rio, and Martin was entered here in the single, but he stayed in Croatia to train with his brother.
It's Switzerland at 500 metres, just with their bows ahead of Russia. I would have said it's still pretty tight, though. It is Switzerland ahead of Russia. 3rd place, Lithuania. Big boots to fill from their compatriot success earlier in the day. Who would we have after that? Poland in 4th place, ahead of Bulgaria in 5th, and Belarus in 6th place.
Yeah, Kriskonis, the slightly shorter of the Lithuanians in the distinctive green vest, he had a look across the Swiss. He raced the Swiss, actually, in the first heat here and, well, led them and won that race to qualify direct for the final. There's the Russian double, you can see, very tall, very distinctive. The Russian double is a new crew. Andrei Potapkin on the left of your picture, the boat closest to you, was the 6th in the final of the under-23 singles, and Pavel Sorin stroked the Russian quad that came 7th in the under-23s last year. So this is new territory for those Russians, up there with the big boys, the Olympians, and they're certainly not overawed at the moment, Sam.
No, they certainly, they're holding their own there, I think. Impressive stuff from Switzerland. They are holding it pretty well, but Lithuania, we've seen great stuff from their sculling. I've been very impressed by this year's Lithuanian offering so far. Hopefully it's the start of a strong season for them. As we've said, I mean, it's the first World Cup, it's based on points. I'll be very interested to see how the points stand after the third World Cup this year. I think we're in for a few surprises.
Yeah, Lithuania moving through, I think, to take that first position at 1,000 metres.
Well, I'm not sure. Yeah, just about, I think. Very, very close.
That's a good call.
Yeah, very good, excellent. You just managed to spot a 10th there. I think it was 0.12 of a second separated the two crews there.
I think psychologically, you know, we're saying it's important as they look across at the Swiss. Then the Swiss aren't going to take this line down. The Lithuanians, we said, lost in Pierdeluco, the regatta to Mondelli and Rambaldi, the two young Italians. Bit of an upset. They didn't race in the double on Sunday, the Lithuanians. They went into the quad. But they want to get some sort of predictability. They want to get their season off to a good start. And there's a lot of looking across, aren't there, from Saulius Ritter, the stroke man, to the Swiss double.
If you look at the way Griskonis takes the catch, it's quite a delicate stroke for what looks quite aggressive. You see the way he locks up as he digs in. Well,
Griskonis is so experienced in the single scull. He's had some fantastic results. He was in the single scull, of course, last year at Lucerne before the Lithuanians put him in the double for the Olympics, where he got the silver medal. And
well, that shaped out to be a good decision, though. I think doubling up suits his style quite well. He's found a good partner in the form of Saulius Ritter, and at the moment, there you go, they're what, half a length up, nearly 3/4 of a length as they come through just up to 1,500 metres now, actually.
Yeah, so it was a very close race in Rio. If you remember, the Lithuanians really did push the Croatians all the way down the course, and they have made a decisive move towards the end of this third quarter. 500 metres left, and Lithuania's bows in front.
Yeah, that's a much more comfortable margin than we saw earlier. Now over a second between those two crews. Third and fourth, though, that'll be an interesting race to watch. You see how close they crossed together. I think it was Poland and Russia, but they were very, very tight when they went through.
Poles slightly the more experienced crew, but both of them youngsters really from the under-23s, Poland and Russia, out of your position. You can see that graphic, the light blue, indicating that the Lithuanians are continuing to move away from their Swiss opposition. Griskonis talking to Ritter there. He's making the calls, and he wants more distance between them and the Swiss. This is a confidence boost for them.
I think that should be quite a commanding win if they can keep that up to the line. But here on the right-hand side of your screen, you see number 6, that's Poland, starting to edge their way up and put their claim on third. I'm not sure they've got enough room to do anything more than third. It would be a serious push to bring them in range of Delars and Realci of Switzerland. But Lithuania won, Griskonis and Ritter lighting up the timing screens. Absolutely magnificent stuff we're seeing come out of the Lithuanian sculling program. Second place, I think Switzerland are relatively safe, but look at the late charge. Over on the grandstand side, look at the rate from the Polish crew. We can see them coming in front of us now, and they have thrown up the rate as they charge to the line. 43 strokes a minute. Lithuania are under pressure as well.
Lithuania under pressure, just slightly tying up. Great charge from the Swiss, led by their stroke Rowan Ruizli, but Lithuania take it.
But Poland with a huge finish. Impressive stuff from them. They held third from about 1,500, but they had to work very, very hard to hold off both the Russian Federation, Switzerland on Bulgaria, in fact, on the far side, and Belarus. There you see Griskonis and Ritter.
A few shakes to the head from Ritter, you know, like he was a bit fed up that the Swiss didn't
managed to come anywhere near them at the line. Yeah, I think they can be quite pleased with that. You see them drift past, lying down on the boat. They can lie down on the job now. They got their work done early. There you see the Swiss
Barnaby Delier's there in the bow seat. We just off with the poles.
They're in good shape after that last charge. They threw the rate up to 43 strokes a minute as they dash for the line. You look at them on the start there. It was a good start from this side. That in front of me there was Belarus, who slipped a bit into some obscurity for most of that race. It focused on Lithuania and Switzerland's strong stuff from there. There you see, that's a very, very powerful stroke from Lithuania, which is what brought them the finish line at the end. Switzerland closed it up, though, a lot. They came within half a length and probably within striking distance. going back up to this. That's the results. Kriskonis and Ritter by 6/10, 7/10 ahead of Switzerland in second place. Chaza and Vicenciak of Poland were in third, ahead of Russia, Belarus and Bulgaria. It's the men's double sculls.